Oh, 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 oh.
Well, last night we did some driving, jumping around to a bunch of different public spots just on the road, trying to see if we could get something to gobble. It's 6:30 right now. We just pulled up to the spot, let off some owl hoots, see if we can hear something. If we don't hear anything here, the other spot that we ended up getting on that tom a couple days ago now is only 10 minutes up the road, so we're gonna boogie it up over there, see if we can get something to strike up there. And then there's one other spot that we want to try after that. It went from being in the high 70s and super sunny out, and then opening day was pouring rain, and then we had pretty heavy cloud cover all weekend, and now it's supposed to be sunny today, but it's all the way down to 28 degrees. We were talking to a warden yesterday, and he said that he actually prefers the really cold mornings. He said that he has better luck getting them to gobble on the real cold mornings than he does just on your 75 degree days. So hopefully that's the case. But we only got 2 more days left in this state. Plenty of time to make something happen, but we're just going to be running around, seeing if we can strike up a bird, and then just dive in there after him. Chris is over here getting his beauty sleep.
Oh, 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 oh.
We just got set up on these birds. I'm sure you can hear them. And they're gobbling like crazy. We've probably heard 25, 30 gobbles this morning. And it sounds like there's 3 or 4 toms in there. There might be one Jake in there. One of the gobbles is a little gravelly and scratchy, but there was a big bull that we had to go through. And we're pretty sure they're roosted in these pines on the other side of this little opening in private. And we're just off the edge, probably 80 yards down this little rollover off of this finger ridge. And there's all these little pines and a bunch of just branches falling over, trees falling over. So there's a lot of horizontal cover and vertical cover and just some brushy stuff. It's not the ideal setup for what I wanted with this one tree, but there's a bunch of back cover behind us with a bunch of brush. Hopefully it breaks up our outline enough. My hope is that they take this side hill along that ridge, up and over, and then come into these pines. And it's thick enough that they're going to have to weasel their way through here in order to figure out what's making their noise. And we're right over, and behind us is that big bull like I was saying. So if I can hear him coming, I'm going to try to cast my call down that bowl, so they gotta come down this ridge to look into there. That's the hope. Whether it works out is another thing, but we're gonna sit quiet. It's real dead calm here, so hopefully we can hear them walking almost 9 o'clock. I've been sitting on these birds for about 2 hours now. We had one tom in a hen at 50 yards, but there's this little down tree in the way, and he just needed to go like 10 more yards to the right, and I'd have been able to get a shot on him. But he came up here, just mucked up here. I don't know if he saw us, didn't see a hen, or what, but he just kind of turned around, butted, and walked off. They've been gobbling, I don't know, probably 30 times this morning. Just this group where we heard these birds last is probably 200 to 250 yards in front of us. But we're kind of pinched down to a spot. We can't move around this way because it's private. We can't go straight at them because they're up on top of the ridge and there's just nothing but a big bowl. So the only thing we can do is drop off this ridge behind us, hike that straight back to the road, drive the truck around, do a big loop all the way around them, and hoping that they don't move to the following ridge. We can slip up the other side of that ridge, get up there, and then try to set up all these finger ridges, all work up to where they were roosted. But I think they're just going to slowly keep working off that way. And I think we're just kind of burning daylight staying in this spot. We almost made it work here, but didn't quite happen. But we're getting on them. Definitely colder than what we were expecting it to be down in Mississippi. I think we ended up bringing Wisconsin with us. We're going to slip off this ridge, go make a loop on these things.
It's a little afternoon. We never ended up getting that bird to strike up again. We went up into that original ridge that we were planning on going to, stayed up there for about 20-25 minutes, called twice, and didn't hear a peep. So when we worked this creek bottom down up to another ridge, called off of that one, nothing. But we're running low on water and we're running low on food. So we're gonna run back to town quick, refill that cooler so we got stuff to eat, stuff to drink. Besides not shooting that bird, that was an absolutely insane morning that we've had. It's been a real struggle just to even get birds to gobble down here. And then this morning they were just lighting up like crazy. So I think, like that warden was saying, when you get those warm temps out here and then it plummets, it went from 71 degrees to 28 in 2 nights. And this morning, boy, they were out gobbling, that's for sure. We were hearing birds all over the place, but these were the closest ones to public that we could chase after. But I think those birds are going to end up going back and roosting there tonight. And then we're going to sneak our way back into that ridge again, probably 2 hours before dark, and just sit there the rest of the night in hopes that those birds work their way back to the roost and we can get them to come on by and hopefully get an opportunity to take a shot at one. The latest we're staying is Thursday morning, but we might end up taking off tomorrow night depending on what these birds do. So hopefully tonight or tomorrow we can make something happen here. We've put on over 30 miles hiking around, just checking lands, trying to figure out where these birds all are. And we're slowly just bottlenecking that down, and I think we're getting pretty good pins on where these birds are roosting. I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you guys on the next one.